And you can't help but feel sorry for Donald Trump if he was not just such a badly behaved 80-year-old leader, but who uses foul language as well. The kind of language he used today is unpardonable. He has used four-letter words which you wouldn't imagine a president to be speaking. But of course, this is Donald Trump. He does whatever the hell he wants. He's a global embarrassment. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody listens to Donald Trump. That's my plea tonight. Khomeini of Iran doesn't listen to Donald Trump. Trump said there is now a total ceasefire, and I have managed a ceasefire between Iran and Israel, and he said it's a complete and total ceasefire. And then he said that I knew the time was now, and finally the world will bear witness to the official end of his 12-day war. That ceasefire lasted all of 4 hours because it was denied by the Iranian foreign minister, who said there was no agreement, and immediately Iran launched missile attacks on US military bases in Qatar and Iraq shortly after Trump's announcement. So Ayatollah Khomeini does not listen to Donald Trump. He doesn't give a damn for Donald Trump. He humiliates Donald Trump on a daily basis. Netanyahu also doesn't listen to Donald Trump, because when he announced the ceasefire, Trump said that he's got to give instructions to Netanyahu, and he told Netanyahu that, listen, stop the firing. Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home. This is what he told Netanyahu, and you would expect Netanyahu to be listening to him, or at least saying thank you to him. But shortly after Donald Trump asserted that the ceasefire is in effect, Netanyahu attacked Tehran. 2 explosions were heard in Tehran. The attacks continued. So Netanyahu basically told Donald Trump, I give a damn for what you think. Zelenskyy doesn't listen to Donald Trump. We all know that. Trump openly criticized Zelenskyy, called him a dictator without elections. And today, because of that, there is an unprecedented extension of the Russia-Ukraine war. Zelenskyy is in for the NATO meeting, and Trump is at the NATO meeting, and Zelenskyy is basically telling Trump, go take a walk. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, of course, doesn't listen to Donald Trump, because when Donald Trump told him, can you swing by the United States to meet me on your way back from Canada, the Prime Minister said to Donald Trump that he had to visit Orissa, the land of Lord Jagannath. And when Trump tried to claim credit for the India-Pakistan ceasefire, the Prime Minister told him over a phone call that nothing like that ever happened or has existed. So Narendra Modi put Donald Trump in his place. Xi Jinping of China doesn't listen to Donald Trump at all. At all. Trump announced a trade deal with China on the Truth Social platform, and he said our deal with China is done, subject to final agreement by President Xi and me. And ladies and gentlemen, China has not uttered one word since then on this so-called celebrated deal by Donald Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, on 31st May, then Trump went on to say, China, perhaps not unsurprisingly to some, has totally violated this agreement with the US. So much for me being Mr. Nice Guy. Fact is, Donald Trump, Xi Jinping ignored you, put you in your place, insulted you. And so has Putin. On the 19th of May, Trump called Putin and spoke to him for 2 hours, and then told Putin ceasefire talks will start immediately on Truth Social, where he says, I am Donald Trump, President of the United States of America. And in response, within a week, Russian forces launched a barrage of 367 drones and missiles at Ukrainian cities, including Kiev, in the largest aerial attack since the start of the war. And all that Trump could say was, Putin has gone completely crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the matter is Putin is not listening to Trump. And yesterday, in fact, there was a massive drone attack from Russia that killed 10 people in Ukraine. Elon Musk doesn't listen to Donald Trump either. Donald Trump gave him a key, as a golden key, as a goodbye gift. And in response, Elon claimed that Trump's name was there in the Epstein files. We all know Epstein, the pedophile. Big charge by Elon Musk. I don't know whether he was trying to blackmail Trump or hit him back. But nobody gives a damn about Trump. Even his director of national intelligence, the very smart Tulsi Gabbard, in March recently said, Iran doesn't have any nuclear weapons, and Iran is not producing any nuclear weapons, and Khomeini has not authorized the nuclear weapons program at all. And on 20th June, Trump said that she's lying, she's wrong. Nobody listens to Donald Trump. So you must imagine, how can things be so bad for Donald Trump? Ayatollah Khomeini does not listen to Trump. Netanyahu doesn't listen to Trump. Zelenskyy does not listen to Trump. Likewise with Vladimir Putin. Likewise with Elon Musk. Likewise with Tulsi Gabbard. But there's one man, one person on the planet who always listens to Trump, and that is nobody else other than the Pakistan Army Chief, so-called Field Marshal Asif Munir. Asif Munir loves Trump. Asif Munir said, I love Trump, and Trump said, I love Pakistan, ladies and gentlemen. And he said it was an honor for him to meet Asif Munir. Of course it would have been an honor given the fact that Asif Munir was the man who was providing shelter to Osama bin Laden. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying this for a very long time. With Trump, you can be sure of one thing, there is no American hegemony. With Trump, you can be sure of one thing, America is going to go down. With Trump, you can be sure of one thing, nobody will take America seriously. Nobody.